You're listening to the Astromommy Daily Horoscope, a forecast that hopes to shine a light in the dark, helping us all see where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Whether you're a first-time listener or a long-time subscriber, thanks for being here. I truly appreciate you being in the Astromommy community. I hope you enjoyed today's horoscope and card reading. If you would like to support the Astromommy newsletter, there are several ways to do so. Subscribe on Substack, share it with a friend, schedule a reading, check out my family's Etsy shop, Metaphysical Flamingo, or just leave a tip. Without further ado, here is the Daily Horoscope. Moon opposes Saturn, turning the rocks at the bottom into a solid foundation to build upon. Daily Horoscope for Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. Good morning, friends. Well, today is a rainy day. Cold, rainy, and to be honest, a little dreary looking. Sometimes the rain is beautiful and feels refreshing. Other times it's kind of a buzzkill. Today feels a bit in between. Kind of dreary, but I'm still in good spirits. So what can I say? Check out our family Etsy shop. There are a lot of really cool items in there. Okay, let's get into the astrology. Today the moon in Leo is going through some challenges. First, she squares the nodes around noon Eastern Time. Then things start to really shake up this evening when the moon perfects a square to Uranus in Taurus at 5:21 p.m. Eastern Time. So this day could feel a little destined, a little bit like we are figuring out what to do in our lives and we want to make the right moves. Then bam, Uranus throws us a curveball and we have to figure out how to react to whatever surprise that brings. Then late tonight, things really start to get interesting. The moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius by 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And at that same time, the sun in Scorpio has entered the 3-degree range of engagement to forming a sextile with Pluto, and has just made a quincunx to Mars in Gemini retrograde, who is less than 1 degree to perfecting the square with Neptune. On top of all of that, Mercury in Scorpio forms a trine to Jupiter in Pisces, both being at 28 degrees of their respective signs and only 50 minutes of arc away from perfecting their trine. So this evening could be very productive, yet complicated. The moon in Leo opposite Saturn in Aquarius is the main thing that I want to focus on for today's horoscope, as I feel that this may pack the biggest punch. The moon is our cosmic mother, and in Leo she represents being an individual performer on stage, lighting up the world with her reflection of the mighty sun, the domicile ruler of Leo. The moon in Leo encourages us to shine brightly and with a dramatic flair. Saturn is the great teacher and shows us what we are afraid of. He makes us study for the tests in life, like a supportive father. Saturn does not give favors and does not let you pass because he likes you. He is like Professor Snape in Harry Potter, a hard-ass teacher who will only let you pass the class if your work is exemplary. These two are at odds today, an opposition, literally creating a polarization between the two. A compromise must be made. With Saturn having a lot more essential dignity than the moon, we could see this play out in Saturn's favor. Themes to watch for would be feeling isolated, alone, and depressed, as well as ill health, restrictions, and worry. Because we are dealing with the moon and Saturn, the health and wellness of important women in your life could come up, as well as difficulties balancing domestic life with career life. This morning for me was a perfect example of this. Also, just feeling at odds with whomever or whatever Saturn or the moon governs in your own natal chart may come up. Let's move on to the card for the day. What is the guidance for today? Warrior of Vessels. On this card, we see a man atop a horse, slumped over, looking forlorn or hungover. He is at the edge of a cliff, and below him is a great desert with a river winding through toward distant mountains. A buzzard circles in the sky. The intuitive hits that I am getting from this card are about someone feeling like they screwed up, and now there are no fish to catch and no animals to hunt. It's like the man on this horse, who used to have great status. In the little book he is called a brave, which means he was a warrior, but he looks hungover and depressed. He does not have a great outlook for his future. He is pessimistic and jaded. So as the guidance for the day, where are you feeling depressed, pessimistic, or jaded? Are you facing a bleak future? Does it look like there are no fish to catch and no animals to hunt? Obviously, if you are feeling this way, this will not do. It is time to pick yourself up and start over with a fresh outlook. Time to turn the page and start the next chapter. Like the man on this horse, this particular hunting ground is devoid of sustenance, and it is time for him to find greener pastures to hunt. He will have to deal with the desires, his vices, that have led him astray. He will have to make different choices and transform himself. The good news is that once you've hit the bottom, there's nowhere else to go but up, right? As J.K. Rowling said, quote, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life," unquote. I would love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment or join the new chat and let us know what you think there. I hope this is helpful. Until tomorrow, Astro Mummy.
Today's horoscope was brought to you by Moon and Leo opposite Saturn in Aquarius. Quick links and resources can be found at the bottom of the newsletter. Today's card was pulled from the Native American Tarot deck by Magda Weck Gonzalez. If you purchase anything through the affiliate links that I provide in the newsletters, I will make a small commission, but there are no additional costs to you. I don't share or recommend things that I don't 100% believe in and use myself. Thanks for listening.